Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm AJ Douglas, and thanks for joining us. First tonight, the Diocese of Portland has announced the 10th Bishop of Portland, Bishop Joseph J. Jerry, has died at the age of 94. In a press release, the diocese states the Millinocket native died Sunday at Mount Carmel Rehabilitation and Nursing Center in Manchester, New Hampshire. It was the 75th anniversary of his profession as a member of the Benedictine community. Funeral services have not yet been announced. In more local news, hundreds of community members gathered at Stearns High School on Sunday to witness a dedication ceremony for the school's football field that has been renamed in honor of a former coach. Our Grace Blanchard got to see firsthand how much this man means to the community.
Back to Drake.
Stearns High School's football field has officially been renamed to the Arthur D. Greenlaw Field in honor of the former coach.
Tradition at Stearns High School to honor people who were giants. Maybe not at the time, maybe we didn't realize it when they were here, but in hindsight they were. So today we're honoring one of those giants.
Greenlaw coached from 1976 to 1990 and then returned to coach 2 more seasons in the late 90s. He has claimed more wins for the school than any other football coach in school history.
So today we have people who have come in from the West Coast, from Middle America, from all over the state. These are people who were personally and positively affected by Art's leadership, his guidance, his philosophy.
I think it's a testament to, specifically Coach Greenlaw, to what he's built, here with Stearns football. A lot of people have been involved with that with him, but, he's the driving force behind, the community that he created.
Former players, coaches, and community members all came to share just how big of an impact Greenlaw has had on them.
Coaches help form young minds, whether those young minds know it or not, to develop to be better people.
We learned and he instilled in us the building blocks to be successful in life, excel in our careers, how to be good citizens and contribute to the communities we live in.
And players will now be able to remember his legacy forever by simply looking onto the field.
He deserves an honor like that. It's special for sure. I'm looking forward to playing the first game on it this fall.
In Millinocket, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine game wardens are going to be all hands on deck as we near the 4th of July. Game wardens are encouraging Mainers to be safe and sober while on Maine's beautiful waters. Operation Dry Water, a nationwide initiative that's meant to bring awareness about boating OUIs. Game wardens Aaron Rideout says just like on land, you cannot exceed a blood alcohol content of 0.08, and wardens will be patrolling to ensure no boaters are violating that limit.
Boating OUIs that have alcohol involved do lead to a high percentage of boating fatalities. For safe operation, make sure that you're operating at a safe and reasonable speed, that you're not operating outside of your means as the operator, and make sure that you're paying attention to Maine's headway speed laws. That's anywhere within 200 feet of shore, and that's a big safety issue.
Maine game wardens also say for safe operation, make sure the proper safety gear is available, including life jackets for everyone on board. A recently hired Southwest Harbor police officer, Richard Stroud, had faced multiple assault and sexual assault accusations in his previous position in Machias. As of Friday, he is no longer employed with the Southwest Harbor PD following major backlash from the community over his hiring, including a petition that garnered more than 1,000 signatures calling for his dismissal. Doug Banks was in Southwest Harbor to hear from locals in the community.
Southwest Harbor residents are sharing feelings of relief as the police department released a statement that Richard Stroud has officially been released from the department. In the statement, Southwest Harbor Police Chief John Hall said, quote, "I'm writing to publicly apologize to the residents of Southwest Harbor and the greater community for damaging your trust in this department. This was never my intention." He went on to say he thanks every citizen who came forward, and he hopes this can begin the process of regaining your trust. We previously reported when Stroud was let go by Machias Police in 2011, the 3 lawsuits filed against him were dismissed. It is still unclear if Stroud was let go with or without compensation from Southwest Harbor Police Department. We tried reaching out to Richard Stroud and Chief John Hall, but they were unavailable for comment.
We want to
hire the best, and we want people to feel safe. And so we had to address citizen concerns.
The people here are really amazing, supportive for each other. We look out, and I wish that it kind of could be an example for the greater good.
There's people that have decades of trauma from this man, and there's people that have families that have unraveled because of this man. And one of my friends is one of those people, and he shared his story, and the police chief listened, and he took it to heart, and he acted on it, and I think he acted in a swift and professional manner.
In Southwest Harbor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A town meeting will be held July 11th at the Southwest Fire Department at 6 p.m. The public will be allowed to ask questions about what has taken place and what is next for everyone involved. In other news, Governor Janet Mills delivered a setback to Native American tribes in Maine, seeking greater sovereignty by vetoing LD 2004, a proposal aimed at ensuring most federal laws apply to them. The governor argued that the bill sponsored by House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross is vague and confusing and will lead to protracted litigation. Due to the Maine Indian Land Claim Settlement Act of 1980, tribes in Maine get some state benefits like education dollars, but they're treated differently than other tribes that deal directly with the federal government. That has led to disagreements over issues like water rights and environmental problems. Following the veto, tribal leaders accused the governor of oppression.
Nobody in this sovereign-to-sovereign, government-to-government relationship should have unilateral authority. We're not asking for that. What we're asking for is equal authority and an equal say in the things that affect us.
The veto may not be the final word. Both the Maine House and Senate approved the bill with bipartisan majorities, big enough to override the governor's veto. In other news, a fire that broke out at Pleasant River Lumber in Enfield Thursday night destroyed maintenance equipment and a fabrication shop. Our Matthew Juronsik has the latest.
At about 9:15, we were toned out for a possible, then later confirmed building fire. It was a fully involved garage fire. They were working in the building at that point in time, and something sparked a fire. They attempted to put it out with fire extinguishers, and it got big really quick.
Howland Fire and EMS were assisted by Lincoln, Greenbush, Milford, and East Millinocket in battling the flames for more than 4 hours. Crockett says there were no injuries, and those who were inside at the time of the fire made it out safely.
It was fully engulfed when I got here. The production team mustered at our muster station, and the maintenance team was doing rounds outside the mill to check for any flare-ups of sparks that would set something else on fire.
Nonetheless, LeBron is confident that his team will overcome this setback.
We're used to facing challenges like this. Honestly, we feel like we can rebuild this shop better than ever without skipping a beat.
The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. However, LeBron told us welding in the vicinity of the building likely caused the flames. Despite the setback, business remains usual at Pleasant River Lumber. However, there's a temporary workshop on site for where equipment will be serviced in the foreseeable future. In Enfield, Matthew Juronsik, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
In other news, with summer in full swing, firefighters participated in a hands-on training event in Lincoln to prepare crews for the season. Our David Ledford got an inside look at the action.
The importance of doing this in real time is every second counts.
Lincoln firefighters raced to put out several car fires Saturday, but there was no emergency. In a controlled training scenario, crews lit vehicles on fire and responded in full gear to put them out. According to the department, this helps to prepare firefighters for the reality of an emergency response and keep their skills sharp more than other training techniques.
They make training simulators. It's a big chunk of metal that looks like a car. You feed it with propane. It reacts different. It looks different. The feel is different. This is real-time.
George Church, a probationary firefighter with the department, has been on the job for just under 6 months, and he says that the experience has been valuable to him.
It's also very important so that I can have the confidence when I go out to the interstate or anywhere that there is a vehicle accident or anything, knowing how to approach it, knowing what to expect, knowing how the gear feels on, and
how it feels handling that.
According to officials, the training took place in the midst of a staffing shortage for the department, and they're hoping the event will encourage more people to apply for open positions.
No matter your background, firefighters say that hands-on training like this provides valuable experience for anyone interested in the job.
If you're holding back because you think you're not experienced, we'll give you the experience, we'll give you the training, we'll get you through it. Please, come help. We'll train you.
For those interested in working with the Lincoln Fire Department, firefighters say the best thing to do is to stop by and say hello. In Lincoln, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Our David Ledford got a little bit more than an inside look. In other news, Millinocket opened a brand new dog park Saturday. The grand opening came as part of the kickoff for Millinocket's Independence Day Festival, a series of events for the community this holiday weekend. However, some say the park is something the town has needed for a while.
This has been something we've talked about developing for a few years, a long needed asset for the community. Millinocket has a lot of dogs and a lot of visitors. This is wonderful. This is a big lift for the community.
The park will be open every day from dawn to dusk. The festival will continue with a bike rodeo, a mac and cheese cook-off, and more. For more information on the festival, visit millinocket.org. AAA Northern New England predicts that 2.8 million New England drivers plan to hit the roads during this long holiday weekend. I spoke with the Holden Police Chief to learn what drivers can expect and tips to stay safe.
So, of course, our goal here is everybody to get to their destination safely.
Holden Police Chief Eddie Benjamin says since Memorial Day, officers have seen an uptick in traffic, and they're only expecting the roads to get busier going into the holiday.
We expect over this weekend have about 40 to 45,000 cars daily. So they have to keep in mind, slow down, put their cell phone down as well, and pay attention on the road.
The manager of public affairs for AAA Northern New England, Dan Goodman, says drivers may have some pent-up demand to travel this summer, especially as gas prices have taken a big dip compared to last year.
Last year at this time, we were spending, and a lot of people forget this, we were paying $5 a gallon in Maine at the pump. And, today it's around $3.70, $3.80. So huge savings at the pump.
Chief Benjamin says he wants people to enjoy the holiday, but reminds drivers never to get behind the wheel impaired. He says there's always a safe alternative to avoid driving under the influence.
You can call a ride, you can call a friend instead of get behind the wheels.
Chief Benjamin also wants to remind drivers to make sure their vehicle's wheels, oil, and headlights are checked out and ready to go before hitting the road. In Holden, I'm AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News. The Bangor Humane Society is reminding people to keep their pets in mind during the 4th of July weekend. Director of the Development and Communications for Bangor Humane Society, Catherine Ravenscraft, cautions pet parents that loud noises like fireworks could frighten animals and even cause them to run away. Ravenscraft advises pet owners not to bring their pets with them to watch the fireworks.
A lot of animals are afraid of the loud noises, the booming, just like children or sometimes adults. And so whatever we can do to lessen the stress for them is really what we should be focusing on. Make sure that your animals are microchipped or licensed with the town or the city so that if they do get away, they can be safely returned.
Ravenscraft says kennels are ready for the predicted influx of strays. If your pet does happen to get spooked and run away, you should visit Maine Lost Cat or Maine Lost Dog Facebook pages and check local shelter areas. Let's turn things over to Conrad Supinski, who's in now with the first look at our forecast.
Thank you so much, AJ. Look at this. No surprises here. Rain, go away, right? More areas of rain all over the state here in town. We are looking at pretty heavy rain, and that will be continuing overnight tonight. Look at these visibilities. Very, very low in some spots. We're looking at east, west of town, I'd say. Very, very low visibilities. 2-3 miles. That's how you know this rain is really coming down pretty hard. And, of course, Rain nonstop round after round. We are looking at flood watches that have been posted in town here, so we will be keeping an eye on this the next couple of days as this rain will be continuing to stick around in the region. Temperatures, though, were a little bit cooler. We were in the 60s and lower 70s here in town, so a little below average, I'd say, compared to what we should be for this time of year. Tonight, though, no surprise. We are looking at more rain in the region. It will be heavy at times, so don't forget those umbrellas. AJ?
Thanks, Conrad. I guess more rain. Well, stick around after this break. We'll be right back with more local news.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
We won last year. We won this year. Now you win too. It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6.
Lease an Ioniq 5 for $299 a month with a total $7,500 EV lease bonus or get up to $5,000 bonus cash. Hurry, offers end July 5th. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Since 1950, Fairhaven Camps, located in Brooks, Maine, has provided quality Christian summer camping experiences to young people from Maine and beyond. At Fairhaven Camps, we empower youth from ages 6 through 17 to seek the truth of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Fairhaven Camps offers day or overnight camps as well as horsemanship and wilderness camps. Fairhaven Camps is now hiring for summer staff and accepting registration for campers. To sign up, apply, or donate, please visit www.fairhavencamps.org or call us today.
Your roof is your first line of defense against the elements. Ensure it's always at peak performance with Peak Performance Roofing. With more than 20 years of experience in the roofing industry, our professionals provide quality craftsmanship and expertise that you can rely on. We are fully insured and stand behind our work. You can trust us to get the job done right the first time. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact Peak Performance Roofing today to schedule your free estimate. 416-8301. Peak Performance Roofing. Your roof is our priority.
It's an out-of-this-world celebrity competition.
Oh, God.
Stars on Mars, Mondays at 8/7 Central on Fox.
A northern Maine community once known as a mill town is reinventing itself.
It's devastating when a mill closes, but it's also an opportunity to rebuild with a new vision and to be more resilient.
We'll share more on Millinocket's makeover. Monday on Fox 22, News at 10.
Searsport is gearing up for its biggest art walk yet. Our David Ledford spoke with business owners about how they're drawing in visitors.
This will be the largest art walk that Searsport has had in my time here. I've been here for 37 years.
Summer tourism is in full swing in Searsport. The town is holding an art walk Saturday, July 1st, to celebrate the season and bring attention to local shops. The walk is part of the town's ongoing efforts to build up its downtown as an art and culture destination.
Searsport's been experiencing a renaissance, if you will. A lot of shops have moved in.
In addition to paintings, shops will be selling a variety of art pieces, including pottery, crafts, and more. A total of 7 businesses and galleries are taking part in the event, and some locals say they're hoping the walk will bring in more revenue for the town.
I think it's a really great, fun way to bring people in for a special occasion to show them all of the things that have been going on and that are new and building in our community. So certainly I think it will be a great impetus for building economic development in the town.
Some business owners say that highlighting local art is the next step in revitalizing the downtown area and will be an important part of the community moving forward.
All of a sudden you look around like, oh, this is what the downtown is now. It's more cultural, it's art. There hasn't been anybody here for a long time, And so I think that people live here now. They see a richer community. When they go into their downtown, it's more alive.
The walk will feature work by local artists, new exhibitions, and displays at the Penobscot Marine Museum.
It shows a lot of the different aspects of the fisheries and our current maritime culture as well. It's an important part of Maine's coast and the people that work and live here.
The one-day event will run from 2 to 6 p.m. Saturday. In Searsport, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
7 members of the Maine chapter of the nonprofit organization Hardy Girls attended the USA Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. Hardy Girls works with girls and non-binary youth to promote critical thinking, build coalitions, and challenge the status quo. Over the past 2 days, participants networked and listened to speakers including Laurel Saki of Planned Parenthood Federation of America and Black Entertainment Television Vice President of Social Impact, Brittany Cunningham. They held discussions on the topics of intersectionality and women's rights. Participants Kate Rice and Layla Chai reflected on what they learned throughout their time in the summit.
No matter like your part in your community, there's always something you can be doing. Even if it's not like actively being an activist, you can be supporting other people, which is still a form of activism.
That's so important for other people who are like struggling, or maybe they're facing a lot of challenges in their lives, to just know that they have the power to see things that they think are wrong and that they think are important, and they have the power to change them, and it's not as hard as you think.
The girls also had the opportunity to do some sightseeing, including a walk to the MLK and Jefferson monuments and a visit to the National Mall. Nice. More to come after this break. Stay with us.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 50% off a year of service and a free phone. It's a huge deal.
Really huge deal. US Cellular, built for us.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub. Experience outdoor dining at its finest. Open Tuesday through Sunday with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family and friends. We are pet-friendly, so your furry friends are always welcome to join you at your table. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first, all over again.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Brun's Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Maine Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
We can steal their players.
It's quite simple, really. You train for 4 years in an AR simulations that mimics their every move.
Yeah.
Initializing Crystal Done.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
They're faster, slower, with style.
Good luck with that.
We're all here to talk about her.
Hello.
We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with US Cellular, it's just $29.99 per line.
I guess we don't need that fourth line.
This is awkward.
US Cellular, built for us.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Republican presidential candidates were in Philadelphia Friday, just ahead of the nation's 247th birthday. They were presenting their plans for protecting education, among other topics. Fox's Brian Yennis has more from Philadelphia.
You have taught the radical left Marxists and communists a lesson they will never forget. Don't mess with America's moms.
Tonight, presidential candidates, frontrunner former President Donald Trump, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley, all promising concerned moms they will improve education by giving parents more rights in schools while scrapping so-called woke ideology from the curriculum.
They want their kids focused on math and reading and key subjects. They don't want an agenda imposed, particularly things that are inappropriate for school children like gender ideology.
You've got biological boys playing in girls' sports. This is one of the biggest women's issues of our time.
The event is hosted by Moms for Liberty. It's one of the most influential voices in the fight for more parental involvement in schools, attempting to limit teaching in books that push topics like transgender identity, race, and sex they deem inappropriate for children. Critics call the organization anti-LGBTQ. Protesters in Philadelphia reportedly vandalized the American Revolution Museum, which hosted the Moms for Liberty welcome event, as the Southern Poverty Law Center labeled the group an anti-government extremist organization.
We are considered a hate group because we care about our children, because I don't want my 7-year-old reading pornographic material. If that makes me a hate group, then bring it on.
Presidential candidates making the case that schools need to get back to the fundamentals after nationwide test scores revealed 13-year-old math proficiency is at its lowest rate since the 1990s, and reading comprehension among 13-year-olds has plummeted to 1971 levels. In Philadelphia, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
A U.S. official is confirming reports CIA Director William Burns made a secret visit to Ukraine to meet with the President, Volodymyr Zelensky, and Kyiv's intelligence officers. More on that story now.
It is hard to believe an important landmark is coming up here in the next week. 500 days of war, and Saturday was a nasty one. A residential area was hit by Russian artillery around the battered southern city of Kherson. Homes were destroyed, civilian casualties, men, women, and children hurt and killed in recent days. Along the front line itself, it is tough. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Milley's latest battlefield assessment, the now summer counteroffensive of Ukraine against Russia, is deliberate, steady, but difficult, slow, and bloody. And this was the period Ukraine was hoping to take advantage of distractions in the regime of Russian President Putin following last week's failed coup. As Member of Parliament Lesia Vasylenko noted to us, that was short-lived. And then the horrors of the Russian attacks went on. Take a listen.
They are espousing the tactics of destroying everything that is Ukrainian about Ukraine. They don't care whether it takes the form of a young child or an elderly person or of a military.
According to the lawmaker, what does Ukraine need to fend off this foe? More Western aid and quicker, especially as new reports suggest those rebellious Wagner mercenary fighters could be setting up camp to the north of here in Belarus. In Kyiv, Greg Malkot, Fox News.
For a fifth day, looting and rioting are taking place in the streets of France. Over 2,000 people have been arrested so far. Fox's Ryan Chilko is in London with the latest.
France says they have deployed 45,000 police officers onto the streets of Paris and several other French cities as the country looks to deal with the violence that has rocked that country all week now. The police saying they have now arrested more than 2,400 people since the violence began on Tuesday after an unarmed 17-year-old boy was shot dead by a policeman during a traffic stop. The good news, the police say the intensity of the violence looks like it is on the decline. Even still, more than 200 police officers have been injured. Looters, meanwhile, ransacking hundreds of stores, including an Apple store and a gun shop this weekend. Meanwhile, hundreds turned out for the boy's funeral Saturday in a suburb of Paris called Nanterre. The boy's name is Nael, and he is of Algerian and Moroccan descent, something that has added a racial element to this, like we saw in the killing of George Floyd. An eyewitness says Nael hit the accelerator by accident after he was hit on the head by a policeman. The lawyer for the policeman who is under arrest says he didn't mean to shoot the boy in the chest, but slipped when the car jolted forward. Meanwhile, President Emmanuel Macron just canceled a trip to Germany, a really important one. Would have been the first state visit in decades, because he faces two domestic challenges, of course, addressing concerns about police bias and violence while also restoring order in that country. And, of course, the big concern is what happens now. So far, the violence in France has been limited to the outskirts of Paris and several other big cities, far away, generally speaking, from the places that tourists tend to visit. The police will be hoping that if they can't stop the violence, they can at least contain it. In London, Ryan Chilcote, Fox News.
A Supreme Court ruling could change how some consumers shop. A report says Friday's Supreme Court ruling disallowing the Biden administration's plan to cancel some student loan debt means many consumers with remaining loans might have to change their retail purchasing patterns. Companies like Walmart, Kroger, and Home Depot say consumers won't buy as many big-ticket items, and they may switch to low-price brands. Student loan repayments resumed this fall following a pause from the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll be right back after these brief commercials. Stay with us.
The world's biggest headliners serving up their mammoth hits. Sensational!
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
After getting into a car accident, my husband and I were unsure of how to deal with the other insurance company.
We made the decision to reach out to the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
One phone call got the ball rolling.
It was a free evaluation, but it was a big relief.
They were easy to work with, and it was clear right away that they cared about our situation.
Knowing that we had Joe's team working for us
and fighting for us
meant that I could focus on healing.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Finding the right vehicle for you and your family can be a daunting task. At Varney Buick GMC, our expert staff is here to make the journey as painless as possible. Our goal is to get you and your family in a vehicle that will best fit into your lifestyle. Communication is key, and our team makes sure to be completely transparent throughout the process, informing you on all of your options. Come experience Varney value, only at Varney Buick GMC.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Approximately 50,000 kids like Brooke receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center each year. You can help them by supporting the Summer Classic for Maine Kids. This new tournament will help all kids receiving care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center by raising funds to ensure that pediatric care is available today, tomorrow, and in the years ahead. Every dollar raised helps kids get back to the business of being kids. For more information about the event and how to donate, please visit northernlight.org/4kids.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
An organization in Milwaukee is helping Black women have a voice and a strong presence in golf. Fox's Icy Gooden has more.
We Black! We go! There we go, ladies.
It's definitely fun. I like it, but I'm going to see if I could get interested.
Golfers like Deja Nash and Victoria Harmon are taking their first full swings.
I feel like it'll elevate us to another level than where we are in sports right now.
They learned the fundamentals of the game with nonprofit We Black, We Golf.
Golf is
a sport that's not always accessible to everyone.
They're teaching golf's fastest growing demographic, Black women, how they fit into the sport.
We as Black people were doubted.
We have done golf clinics almost since our inception, but this is our very first young women only golf clinic.
Showing young ladies that the game can also offer them career opportunities.
This sport gives people a wonderful way of life and lifestyle. And so we want these young people to be able to dream a little bigger.
But golf really is a skill.
Now, in the midst of prime season, We Black, We Golf will be teaching Wisconsin golfers that there's a space for everyone.
This organization is a part of the Milwaukee community, and we believe that everyone that desires to learn this great game should be able to.
Nash and Harmon now see golf as a new positive outlet.
And include ourselves in stuff that we weren't included in before.
It can help with not being in the streets or just get more education.
Real estate agents may be breathing a sigh of relief that June is over as home availability worsens in its last week. A report says that even though last month's home availability was up over the previous year, the last week of the month saw new listings drop 29% compared to the same week in 2022. It was also in the first time in 59 weeks that home sales had dropped below the previous year's levels. The National Association of Realtors says the market is still resilient with about 3 offers for every listing. The nation's air transportation is being tested this weekend by a crush of holiday travelers after days of flight cancellations and delays. More than 17 million people are expected to fly over the 4th of July holiday. Our Steve Harrigan has the latest from my hometown, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport.
About 300 delayed flights here in Atlanta, more than 3,000 across the country. Right now, lines are moving steadily, about a 20-minute wait to get through the TSA. On Friday, the busiest day of this holiday week, they checked in more than 100,000 people here in Atlanta, setting a record that goes back to the Super Bowl in 2019. Travel overall up more than 11% from 1 year ago across the country, really hitting pre-pandemic levels and breaking them this time around. Airport officials are stressing to get to the airport several hours before your flight.
We just had to run all over the place because there was no set patterns this morning.
This morning we rode the hotel shuttle, so it was good. But last night getting in, it was so lined up, I didn't know if we were going to make it today.
The lines are a bit longer, but then we anticipated some long lines. But it's been moving, and the airport security has been doing an amazing job of getting so many people through.
There's also snags outside the airport, a lot of traffic coming in, hard to find a parking space, and long waits for buses in between terminals. In Atlanta, Steve Harrigan, Fox News.
Next week, President Biden will be headed to United Kingdom to meet with King Charles. That's according to a spokesperson for Buckingham Palace. The president will visit the monarch at Windsor Castle on Monday, July 10th. The visit will take place during the chief executive's trip to Europe. That also includes Lithuania and Finland. The president last saw Charles in September when Biden and the First Lady Jill Biden attended the funeral of Charles' mother, Queen Elizabeth. This will mark President Biden's second meeting and with a sitting British monarch during his presidency. All right, Conrad Stupinski's in next with our full 5-day forecast.
And no surprises here. More rain is in the area. The main question is, how long will this rain last? And how long will we need to carry around an umbrella? Is it going to rain for 4th of July? I'll have the answers coming up.
Dirt Road Acres, your #1 trusted dispensary. Dirt Road Acres provides outstanding patient consulting and services to Eastern and Central Maine. Located at the corner of Route 9 and Route 7 in Dixmont. Stop by and see Jen or one of the girls today. Now offering delivery.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a 5th-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
The longest lasting brand.
Toyota is
is the longest-lasting brand. And at the Toyota Summer Value Event, you can get affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Why? Our country style has more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. And our expertly blended flavors are a taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese.
Harvey High is now in session. Today's subjects, science.
Name something that can make the earth move.
Heavy rain.
Hold on, it raining.
Health class.
Something you drop in the toilet and still use it afterward.
Toothbrush.
Nah, I'm not sticking that in my mouth. We're not doing teeth brushing today.
Get schooled with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Dirt Road Acres, your #1 trusted dispensary. Dirt Road Acres provides outstanding patient consulting and services to Eastern and Central Maine. Located at the corner of Route 9 and Route 7 in Dixmoor. Stop by and see Jen or one of the girls today. Now offering delivery.
These bakers investigate a kitchen for clues and must recreate its mystery dessert.
This is my kind of cake.
So good.
Crime Scene Kitchen, Mondays at 9 on Fox.
All right, folks, take a look at this graphic. Only a couple of days, the last couple of weeks, we were looking at some sunshine right about here to Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday. But other than that, take a look at this. Wow, cloud cover pretty much every single day with round after round of rain. And things don't look like they will be changing anytime soon, unfortunately. Right now, we do have some rain in the area, pretty heavy at times. Will be continuing overnight tonight. And this little river of precipitation is pretty much just going to continue to move north and east, and it, of course, will be making it into Maine. So get ready for that. Pretty heavy rain overnight tonight, then more rain tomorrow, of course. Into those afternoon hours, there will be a little bit of a break. We're looking at maybe 4, 5, 6 p.m., mostly cloudy skies, so maybe a little bit of a dry period in there. Other than that, we'll just be more scattered showers into those overnight hours on Monday, and then once again into Tuesday. Once again, same story, a little bit cooler temperatures, and of course, more rain. We're looking at over an inch of rain in town. Same thing by the coast, Bar Harbor into Machias. We're looking here in town, 1.33. That's what we're pretty much estimating that we could possibly get. And then, of course, dew points are up there. Definitely feels a bit sticky, but look at Wednesday afternoon. That's when the peak of the dew points is going to hit. It's going to be very humid, where dew points will be close to 70, so that is very high, and get ready, it will feel sticky. All right, folks, so it is beginning of July, and we're looking at a precipitation outlook for July. No surprise here. We're looking at above average in pretty much Illinois area, and here in the state, same story. We're looking at well above average for precipitation, and that will be continuing all throughout the month of July, so get ready for that. Winds, though, not looking too bad. We do have a 9-mile-per-hour breeze here in town, 5 in Bar Harbor, 6 in Rockland, so a light breeze with that rain falling. Not much of sideways blowing going on now, but temperatures, though, will be rising. That's a good sign for us. For our 4th of July, we are looking at near average temperatures, but more rain. Then things start to warm up. By Thursday will really be a nice day. I would go outside and really enjoy it. It's going to be very hot. Temperatures in those upper 80s, and we're looking at lots of sunshine Thursday into possibly first half of the day on Friday. We're looking at temperatures, the sea surface temperatures, not too bad either. They're pretty mild in the 50s and 60s right now. So if you want to go swim, not too bad, but I wouldn't really recommend it with all that rain just constantly sticking around in the region. And down south, of course, if you're vacationing to Florida, water temperatures are much warmer into the 80s. In Maine, though, we're looking at air quality at a good right now. In the western part of the state, a little bit more on the moderate end, of course, due to all those wildfires in Canada. Tonight, though, get those umbrellas ready. Heavy rain, temperatures in the pretty much mid-60s, areas of dense fog will be an issue as well. Tomorrow, though, no surprises. Mid-70s, rain likely once again. Our extended forecast outlook does show rain nonstop pretty much Tuesday into Wednesday, finally clearing up by Thursday.
All right, thanks, Conrad. Stay with us. We'll be right back with sports with Brian Sudol.
Can you listen to the sound?
Jill.
It's your journey. Own every mile in the Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty.
Lease a Santa Fe for $249 a month or get 0% APR or $750 bonus cash. Hurry, offers end July 5th. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
The Sebec Lake House proves that Days World is ready for any challenge. The client had very high standards for this entire project. You can tell by Sebec Lake actually being in granite in the floor. Days World had to match those high standards, and we did with the Mitsubishi electric equipment that we carry. They didn't want any diffusers on that first level.
You cannot see the diffusers anywhere, just like they promised. We trusted Dave's World with this project, and we're very pleased with the results, and I'd highly recommend them.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Beat Shazam is back with guest host Nick Cannon and DJ Kelly Osbourne.
Please come take this $1 million.
Beat Shazam, Tuesdays on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with some high school basketball. This coming weekend, 12 of the state's best girls hoops teams will be at the Cross Center for a tournament honoring Title IX, an event full of competition and inclusion of all kinds.
Everybody wants to be in the Cross Center. Unless you make it to the states or tournaments, you don't get that opportunity.
That is until this coming weekend when the arena hosts the Title IX Invitational Girls Basketball Tournament, spearheaded by the John Bapps Girls Program.
My assistant coach, Matt Smith, and I, everything we've done together has been about growth and the opportunity to build the basketball community.
So they got a hold of 11 more of the state's top girls teams to play in a weekend tournament honoring Title IX. Signed in 1972, the bill barred discrimination on the basis of sex in American schools.
We're finding more and more that less women athletes or young female athletes are aware of Title IX and really what it means and where we would have been without it.
In keeping with the theme, most of the officials in the tournament will also be female.
Honoring Title IX, we decided to go big and use as many female referees as possible, really make it an empowering weekend for everybody.
Every team plays 2 games Saturday, and the top teams from those games will play a single elimination bracket Sunday. That's a lot to fit into 2 days, so there will be a shot clock to keep things rolling. But that's not the only reason.
We do have college coaches that were invited. We just wanted to see how can we keep the games running and also how can we give them a taste for the next level. So what better way to throw a shot clock at them?
But these aren't the only stars coming to the Cross. Saturday at noon will be a unified girls basketball game featuring 2 teams of athletes and partners from around the state.
The term we kept using was all female athletes. And then there was a moment where I was like, wait, no, we're not reaching all female athletes. And in order to do that, this is what we need.
And for Bapps head coach Marissa Kelly, she's hoping the event will be a success that goes far beyond this weekend.
We're looking forward to a wonderful event, and we hope to make this an annual thing. For right now, we let it ride and see how it goes, and we're excited for everybody to be a part of it.
Okay, now let's move to the NHL. A big day Saturday as free agency got underway. There were a bunch of signings and departures from the Bruins camp. Let's take a look at those. Starting with those leaving the Bruins, the big ones, all defensemen. Dmitry Orlov signed a 2-year deal with Carolina. Connor Clifton inked a 3-year deal with Buffalo. And Mike Riley a 1-year deal with the defending conference champs, Florida Panthers. Now to who they got coming in.
Milan Lucic is back in Boston. The former Flames left winger signing a one-year deal with the squad he helped win the Cup back in 2011. Center Morgan Geekie signed a 2-year deal from Seattle. Ducks defenseman Kevin Shattenkirk joining the Bruins on a 1-year deal. And 300 career goal scorer James Van Riemsdyk leaving the Flyers to come to Boston, another 1-year deal. Okay, let's stay in Boston and move to the Celtics. The C's recently signed their new star Kristaps Porzingis to a 2-year extension, and reports indicate they are closer to keeping another star in town. The Globe reports that Jaylen Brown and the Celtics are, quote, confident on getting an extension done. The 7th-year player won't become a free agent until next season, but he's eligible to sign a contract this offseason for up to 5 years worth a max of $295 million. Will they give him that amount of cash? No one knows, but keeping him around is one of the Celtics' biggest interests heading into next year. Okay, how about some more hockey news, this time from the Maine Mariners. At the ECHL summer meetings in Las Vegas, the Maine Mariners scored 2 huge league awards. The Mariners were recognized for the team's outstanding growth in ticket sales, averaging close to 4,000 fans a game this past season. They had the highest year-over-year attendance jump in the league as well, up 70% from the previous season. The Mariners also scored the Rising Star Award for excellence in overall organizational growth. And finally, the Boston Red Sox. Now, if you're a baseball fan, you've probably heard of Bobby Bonilla Day. Every July 1st since 2011, the Mets pay Bobby Bonilla $1 million and will do so until 2035. That investment did not pay off, but the Sox have one that did. July 1st is Manny Ramirez Day 2. Since 2011, the Sox have been paying Manny $2 million and will do so until 2026. That equals around $32 million expended. But if you ask me, it was worth every penny. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has a cost-friendly Kia with your name on it. Choose from our fleet of front-wheel drives, all-wheel drives, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles, all affordable, tech-packed, and great on gas. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or check out the new 2023 Kia Sportage or Sorrento. All come loaded with safety features and are great on gas. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
The Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub is world-renowned for beautiful dining with a delicious view, featuring award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. It's a true destination dining experience. Relax and unwind in an intimate space with your loved ones, family, and friends. We are pet-friendly, so your furry friends are always welcome to join you at your table on the deck, whether it's a special occasion or any occasion. The Lucerne Inn is the perfect choice for your business or family gathering.
Did you know that cervical cancer can be prevented with regular screening?
I was only 22, so I was pretty overwhelmed when my routine Pap test showed precancerous cells. But a simple procedure took care of it, and I'm doing great now.
A Pap test identifies abnormal cells before they become cancerous.
I'm so relieved. I will never skip my Pap tests.
If you're age 21 to 65, ask your provider about Pap tests or learn more at screenmaine.org.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Could you sing in the blanks for $1 million prize?
2 things everybody loves, music and money.
Don't forget the lyrics, Tuesdays on Fox.
New York artist Matt Willey has teamed up with Bangor Beautiful to create a 3-story mural in downtown Bangor on the side of 47 Park Street. The piece is the latest edition of Willey's The Good of the Hive project. Willey says the goal is to paint 50,000 bee murals around the world and to touch each community they come a part of. Take a look.
Well, it started with a curiosity I had for one tiny honeybee. I had never really seen how beautiful one of these insects was. And I came across a behavior that night to like altruistic self-removal from the hive. So if they feel sick and they're in the hive, they'll exit the hive and fly off into the abyss for the good of the hive. They take this drastic act because they're basically hardwired to understand that their individual health is directly related to the health of the hive. And that was like this lightning bolt moment for me, where I was like, so is mine. Like my health with all these New Yorkers on the subway and everything else, we're way more connected than we think. I just wanted to do one to raise some awareness. Someone reached out and said, there's this wall in LaBelle, Florida. I think you should call them up. So I did and asked them if they wanted a mural of bees on their wall. And they said yes. And it was on that project that I noticed that there was a lot more happening than this being just about bees. But I noticed people would walk up to the mural that didn't know each other. There was an energy about the bees. There was something that everyone could agree on. We often get like so stuck in what we think we know. You know, that is a tragic flaw of humans right now. We learn certain things and we get stuck on it instead of saying, well, maybe I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So why don't I just listen to someone else in the hive, even if I don't agree with like a whole bunch of other stuff that they're about? Don't focus on that. Focus on what you might agree about.
Willey hopes the mural will be finished by the end of July. In other news, a space mission with an ancient Greek mathematician's name is investigating all the angles of an invisible realm in space. SpaceX launched the European Space Agency's Euclid Observancy, Saturday. It's headed 1 million miles away near a Webb Space Telescope. Euclid will explore the mysteries of a realm called the Dark Universe. Using its telescope and 3D map, hopes to add information about it. Euclid will pinpoint the location and shape of galaxies up to 10 billion light years away, perhaps going back to the Big Bang. The mission costs $1.5 million. All right, that's all for tonight. We hope you have a good rest of your evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 10. Be safe.